All right, seventh inning stretch here with you, Variety Sports Network. Logan, we talk all off season to get to where we're at now, real baseball, the opening week, opening day. I know that's one of your favorites. We'll get into some of the early thoughts that we saw here from the first couple days, some of the things that we've got to we're talking about in the off season that might have taken place here the last couple days. We'll get to Netflix. Was that overhyped? Some rookie of the year candidates we're seeing early on. I got trivia back for Logan Stone as well. A lot to get into tonight on a Saturday night. We're joining you here. Let's get going. Seventh inning stretch starts now. All right, Logan, let's get right into it. Opening day is gone. It was on a Wednesday. One team we get the what we didn't like and like about all that stuff, but just overall, it's good. They had that World Baseball Classic, kind of built us up for this little opening day. Even with all March Madness, all these things, different things they can pull you away. I always find my way to baseball when it's on here, and I love it. Love that it's back. You're kind of just initial nostalgia moments, kind of with baseball, kind of starting back here.
Yeah, I mean, opening day is one of my few days in my year where I'm just like, do not bother me, do not talk to me. Like it's all baseball. And you saw my setup the other day. I had 5 devices on, and I had my TV on for the game. I had my computer, my phone, my iPad. I mean, I love watching all the games, and so, or as many as I can watch. But yeah, it's just I don't know. There's just something about opening day that just like the baseball is just so much better. Just watching it then than it is like watching a random game in July. It seems like just like some of those guys actually try to win the first game of the season.
It's interesting, the Yankees Giants start on Wednesday. I always was just a fan of just the Reds starting this out there and everybody playing on opening day. That's always my big. They've done this now for a few years now, so it's not the end of the world. But that's always my biggest critique when you get to these things. But just some of the things that like jumped out to me, right away. It was funny to see Webb and Skeens, who played in the World Baseball Classic, not look their best.
Yeah.
You got to build that narrative that you're not looking for as well. That starts out with it, but just it's always good for me. Like I always enjoy the opening ceremonies, and it's always a big takeaway for me in terms of what an organization kind of how they do things is actually. I know it sounds stupid, but like how teams kind of do opening day ceremonies, like how they they relive the path, or they show respect to certain people. I always find that stuff very fascinating. How certain franchises do it. And then it was funny to see Netflix being the opening thing for baseball. Like some of the comments Barry Bonds made on the opening show was different. It felt a little forced as a network. They're trying to figure it out a little bit. Wasn't for me. I'm a big fan of like if you say you're starting at 5:05, you maybe start at that range. But that would be my that'd be it too. But I mean,
they started 20 minutes late.
Yeah, that would be my only say.
I don't know if that was is that Netflix? Was that Netflix's fault, or
I
was
don't
that
know.
just?
I don't think
Giants.
I just thought it was funny that it came on that stage, and they probably purposely do it. Like I see, that's where for me, I defend baseball because I'm like NFL does all this garbage too. They do 2 hours, and NBA they all do this stuff. So to me, it's not the end of the world in that regard. But anyways, I thought that was kind of funny to see Netflix on the big stage, see Bonds back on the big stage there with a little announcement with it. And the Giants have, out of the gate, they haven't even scored a run. Talk about a team struggling right now out of the gate. That would be 2 games in the play here. They'll kick off here in a few minutes as well. And then your Cardinals guy, your rookie of the year, is that going to be this whole year? Is that going to be the guy? Your new Trey Turner? Is that going to be the? Is that going to be?
First of all, he is not my new Trey Turner. Turner will always be my guy. I didn't realize he was going to be wearing number 26, and I didn't realize he was going to be playing second base. And so I just have a soft spot for him because he's playing my position and he's wearing my number. So
JJ
JJ Weatherholt. Yeah, that might.
Look at that.
He's my
He,
boy.
he got
Is that
the.
Brandon or is that Josh? Because if it's Josh, I'm going to be angry.
No, it's a how about those Cardinals, boo. I don't think it's Josh. Uh, this is his walk off that he got here. Let's get it up on the stage here for the Cardinals. And they blew it. They were up 5-1 in this game, and then they ended up blowing it 4-1, 4-0, excuse me. Rays get 5 in the top of the ninth. Let's get into that in just a second here. But big JJ with the walk off here in St. Louis.
And a third. Ground ball, base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Walker. Here comes the throw. Cardinals winning.
Cardinals go to 2-0 early on here on the baseball season as they get the comeback win there after they. It was kind of like when I was watching the Cardinals, I watched obviously a lot of the A's game today, and the A's and Cardinals are, I would say the A's seem like they're farther ahead than the Cardinals when you look at like some of their sort of basic players that they have on the field. But man, I don't know how you felt about the Cardinals watching today. The A's, for me, I'm like, how are they going to ever win a game if they're up after 6 innings? Like Barlow, Kelly, like these guys throw sweepers at 92. That's not getting the job done in a 7, 8, 9 inning. And so, to me, that was kind of a big takeaway. But I also found Logan very interesting in that A's game that I got to watch. Is we had talked a lot last show about the challenge system and how that was going to take place and how teams were going to use it and how players were going to use it. That A's game, there was some massive times that like I could not believe the player or pitcher did not use it because because it went to 11 innings, and so. Every pitch from that point on, when it's a 1-run game, is on the line, right? You saw that from like the 8th inning on when the Blue Jays made it a 1-run game, and they each had one left. And there was multiple times in that game where you would have saw them do it in spring training easily with one, and they did not do it. And every time they would have been right when the guy on the A's, Muncy, it was a 2-0 count. And it was about easily outside, and he went like this, but then held back. And I thought it was funny. I'm like. And the guy on the Blue Jays, the new guy, the rookie there from Japan, he got struck out on a pitch, same thing in the bottom of the 10th inning, and he should have challenged, and he didn't. And so that is played a factor a little bit, and like the pressure of having to use the last challenge.
Oh wow, Brave just hit a home run to tie the game in Cincinnati.
Brave did. Oh, I'll get that up there. Yep, go ahead. But what do you think? The challenge system just that kind of led to our point that we were talking about. Like, it's not gonna, it's a little drama there.
Yeah, it's not gonna just be one of those things where like every time there's a missed call, they're gonna call it. They have to have a little bit of strategy because if they lose the challenge, they lose the challenge for their team. And so we were kind of saying like there are some of those guys who are just gonna be told, hey, you can't use it. So
like Denzel Clark today with the A's, the ball was like in the strike zone by like about a good foot, and you challenge like, you idiot, you're never going to be able to challenge again when you miss a call that bad. you call this.
But I will say, like, I think this ABS system is going to make fans hate umpires a lot more because that George Springer one where they thought it was a strikeout and he challenged it, and it was like a foot off the base or off the plate, and so I'm like, oh, this is not going to be great for umpires because it's just not great. It looks horrible. It looks like a horrible call.
Yeah. No, I thought those were kind of like just some things I noticed that we had talked about last week heading into it. Fried looked really good opening day against he got out of that jam early in the first inning. But then after that, he sailed. You just get reminded how good of a pitcher he is, and obviously just how dominant he could be when he's on his game. Mizorowski for the Brewers, he was pretty electric. And then Skeens, Betts, the opposite of that, right? He had some kind of he wet the bed. Didn't even get out of the first inning, right? That's a shocker.
Yeah, he had like 4 hits, 4 runs or something. So
yeah, I mean, you have those type of things happen, and it's like, we're not going to get what we thought. So I don't know. Those were just some of my little early thoughts with just watching it. Some of the the games and the replays that were taking place, because I think that was a big interesting point headed into the season as well. So, what do you take of like a first week of baseball? Because it's so easy to overreact a little too, right? So easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to overreact.
Yeah. I mean, like yesterday, I watched a little bit of the Cubs game, and they were down 7-2 against the Nationals, and yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's also like, is this an omen type stuff? So yeah, it is. Like, I'm not ready to say, oh, this is an obvious World Series pick right here or anything, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like there is something that needs to be said about certain things. Like Paul Skeens, I'm not worried about.
No.
Matthew Boyd giving up how many ever runs he did yesterday, or not yesterday, Thursday, I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of scary if I'm a Cubs fan. But I know that they're going to be a good team this year. So,
yeah. I find some of that stuff, fascinating as we kind of get the season started here. Here's Willie Abreu tied it up for the Red Sox against the Reds. Bullpens early on, Logan. It's a big storyline for me, but here we go. This seems to be proving true here. Abreu tying it up against Cincinnati.
High drive, right field deep. Benson back, and it is gone, and it is tied. How do you like that? Willier touching them all with 2 down in the 9th inning. And it's a 5-5 game.
Man, 2 out home run, tie it up off Ashcraft, or is it Ashcraft tonight? We don't know who it is for Cincinnati. He gives it up there, 5-5. Mets also tie it up as well.
Are you watching that game?
No, I switched over to the.
Oh yeah, you said Phillies. Yeah,
I switched that way.
So the Mets, they just tied it up, and they had 2 infield dribblers, and they had the bases loaded, and they had 2 opportunities to win the game, and they dribble it to the pitcher, and they have close plays at the plate but they were called out. So no walk-offs yet, but Bo Bichette is up. So anyways,
we got the Reds up as well. They're in the Steers up. Suarez lined out to left field. So a lot going on here first couple days of the baseball season. All right, so we got to hit on some of the basics here. Opening day, like I said, we don't have like a whole lot to kind of go off of like, well, we're worried about this TV. We're not going to get to that point of it. So I'm going to bring up 7th inning a little earlier here because I think that will get us into a bigger discussion. Here's the Diamond Notes starting right now. All right. So with that said, I wanted to get some of the Diamond Notes up because the Brewers, they're dealt early, a couple injuries. Churio goes down, Vaughn goes down after the first game. Be interesting how they bounce back this year in terms of obviously having the best record. So, Logan, that's something I'm really keeping my eye on as we kind of get going here. Cubs make a couple big signings, re-signing Horner and Armstrong to long-term deals. And so you have some, so any of the early injuries, DeGrom also goes down with a neck injury. That's disappointing. To me, that was very disappointing. Not shocking, but disappointing, of course. Brewers hit hard here, though, to start.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting. I don't think like Churio getting injured. I think a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because of the World Baseball Classic. I don't think that is connected. I don't know if people would say, oh, it's because he wasn't warming up properly in spring training. But I don't know. I mean, luckily it's only the 10-day IL for all these guys. But I don't know. It is weird. It's not a great feeling whenever it's opening day and then you lose 2 of your guys, 2 big guys. Not Mo Vaughn, Andrew Vaughn, and Jackson Churio.
There is that. Not Mo Vaughn. Andrew, a little different little different than each other there with it. But obviously those are big injuries. I was disappointed to see the DeGrom news.
Yeah,
it might not be maybe it's just one start, and that's all I hope it is. But with him, you never know, right? So it feels like more. I guess that's where it is.
Yeah, with him, it could turn a 2-week injury into a 3-month injury with surgery and stuff. So,
and that was the hardest part for me to take the Rangers in a division or pick them to go to wild card, even though I do kind of believe in like the Gore move they made. And they have these, I don't know, I was just a little worried about them. And like a DeGrom reason would be a Seager injury would be why. And I know that's all like dumb reasons looking into the season, but I don't know, just those ones are always extra frustrating. I remember thinking as a fan too, when you're getting ready for the season, you had all year to get ready, then the day before, Logan, so-and-so's not in the starting lineup. You're like, what the heck? He just played yesterday in the spring training. So that stuff was always like kind of little gut punches to like the excitement of the start of the year. So Rangers fans, Brewers fans, a little bit there. I think if you're a Brewers fan, there's a little bit more like high hope there because you're coming off such a good season regardless. But it'll be interesting kind of how those things play out. Orioles, they sign a guy, Shane Baz, who's a solid starter. Owner says they're willing to do this even more. We'll see what they do with the catcher there. And you got the Cubs obviously making a couple of extensions as well. What do you make of these teams? I guess the Orioles, right? They went out and got Alonso, spending a little bit more money. It's good to see.
Yeah, definitely. I've had problems with the GM over there for a while, but I've loved the signings and trades that they made in the offseason. Shane Baz is a sneaky good, really good pitcher.
Yeah.
Doesn't get as much love as he should, when that may be up the Orioles' alley, like just saying, hey, like this guy's really good. Let's lock him up for a couple more years. And Nico Horner, same thing. Like he's probably been the best. Is he the best Cub the last couple of years?
Ian Happ, I would put in that conversation.
Pete Crow. But yeah, he's been really good second baseman for the Cubs, and probably one of the better second basemen in the league. So I love Nico Horner. So do
you not believe in those trade rumors that were earlier at the end of spring training? Then no, those were all fake. Those were all fake.
I never believed it because I mean he's just so good. Like the third baseman, I kind of believed. I thought maybe they would trade the third baseman so they could put Nico in. Not Alex Bregman, but somebody else whose name escapes me at the moment. But yeah, so and they've got a couple of good guys coming up in their minor leagues, which was kind of why the trade rumors were happening. So it makes sense.
I was going to ask you the managerial question. Out of all the we have some first-time managers, 6 of them. Vitello, Weiss, Schafter in Colorado, Kelly in Pittsburgh, Shoemaker in Texas, and Suzuki. Not first-time managers on their respective teams.
New teams,
yeah. Anything you expect from them? Is there like kind of an interesting list of names? Not like your most popular, sometimes you say the word retread. And I know Shoemaker was a manager before, but he did a good job, and he was not like he was there forever in Miami. So. No. What do you kind of make of any of that list a little bit? Anything you kind of stand out to you? We never really discussed managers much this offseason.
I'm always curious, like what the new manager does to already, like the Angels, Kurt Suzuki, like Ron Washington had already started something with the Angels last year. And we didn't get to see him go a full year. So, but he's a very infield kind of fundamental manager. I don't know what kind of manager Kurt Suzuki is. I'm sure he's going to be more of a.
Well, it's not Kurt Suzuki.
Is it not Kurt?
Shohei Suzuki.
Oh.
I wish if it was Kurt Suzuki, I would believe it a lot more.
I thought it was Kurt Suzuki.
Well, it says Shohei on the one I'm looking. Is it Kurt? Is it who it is?
I thought it was Kurt.
All right, maybe he changed his name. I don't want to be wrong. I didn't think it was Kurt. Yes, it is. It is Kurt Suzuki.
Okay.
I'm looking at literally Shohei Suzuki. Shohei's involved in everything. He can't be the manager too, for God's sakes. Right?
He's the manager of the Angels and also playing for the
he does it all. He's signed part of a deal this offseason. All right, my bad. So Kurt Suzuki.
But
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm curious, like as a catcher, how is he gonna be different than Washington was? Skip Schumacher, I really love. I think he's a really good because he's a very he played with Tony La Russa, so he's got kind of that mindset of not necessarily being overly micromanaging, but he's very let's start off small and then work our way up. And let's work on the fundamentals and, grind at bats kind of stuff. So the Giants manager, I don't really know anything about him. So I'm not, I hope he wins a game this year.
If they score a run, that would be helpful.
If they score a run, that would be great.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah. With some of those guys, like the Rockies manager, even the Giants manager, and like some of those guys, like you're managing a team that's not there yet. So, I really hope that teams don't fire these guys just because after 1 year, just because of they're in the middle of a rebuild and not, producing the way that they're producing the way they're supposed to be producing, which is not at all. Although the Rockies, they're 2-0, so
yeah, I hear
maybe they're going to go 162-0.
No, they are. They are. But Marlins, that would be very beneficial.
Yeah, just play the Marlins.
Other things I wanted just to say real quick that were just on my just quick. It'd be great if that was the case. It was just some other notes outside the early injuries was the Blue Jays. Because I've got to watch them so much the last couple of days, and I watched them a lot last year. And obviously, they went to the world as far as you can go in a baseball season without winning. The one thing I still have a lot of respect for them is they don't have the biggest names in the world, but there's something about them where they really grind out at bats. And so, like to me, they're one of the best comeback teams in Major League Baseball. Their bullpen, I still have some questions mark. It's funny how Hoffman gives up the home run last night. That is still a big question mark for me, is that closer position when you're that great of a team, right? Like this team has like pure resilience. Like when they're on offense, it's pretty crazy to watch. Against the A's, that's so great today. But like this goes all the way back to last year when the Dodgers are out. Anybody like they just really grind out at bats, and you have these guys like Barger, Clement, Jimenez that like they're just very Kirk. You just have these crafty hitters as well, so that continues to impress me. That AL East race is going to be fascinating this year, and then just some of the defensive plays that I've seen early in the year have been pretty good. Like some outfield plays I saw early. What was it? The guy for the D-backs the other night made a great play, and then Nunez today for the Nationals. This might be one of the best plays I've seen at shortstop. I don't know if you saw this one today, Logan, but this one just caught my attention this week.
Top of the order. What a play by Nunez.
Oh, wow.
What a throw.
Flipped
right
over.
On the money, on the fly. Spinning. Somehow
he had all the
his
momentum
feet
going
and
left, and he was having to throw right.
Play with it.
Crazy play, huh? Crazy play to be able to.
People do not understand like how hard that is, because he was still going left, and he threw a missile.
Yeah, going the other way. Yeah, it throws it. It doesn't even bounce either. It doesn't even. The pitcher. Oh man, thank you.
There's no way his foot was planted enough to make that good of a throw. No. That was just amazing. So I like the Nathan Church play the other day or Thursday. That was really good. I've been really happy. There's been a lot of snafus, but it's been pretty solid so far. So, and a lot of young guys are playing. It seems like now, like they're bringing a lot of the prospects up to opening day, so they're kind of showcasing JJ Weatherholt, Church made his debut last year, but he was on the opening day roster. There's been a couple other guys, and they've just been playing defense. They've been running quick, and they've been hitting. So that's kind of been cool too, is like seeing the new next generation come up kind of.
Yeah, and it's funny you bring up next generation because we're in Diamond Notes, and this was one of the other things I saw this week that I loved was the Blue Jays putting out a bobblehead promotion. I want this bobblehead with Vladdy Guerrero Jr. because he's next to because it's a famous picture of him next to his dad. Let's see if I can get it. This one right there. It's just I want that ball. I want that bobblehead. I got to get that one. That was pretty cool that I saw this week as well. Do you think Vladdy is easily a top 10 player in Major League Baseball after last season, or are you kind of like, well, he's kind of had an interesting career. He's a stud. He's a stud. There's no doubt about it. But just kind of where are you at with where, like, he's not, is he at Judge? Is he there yet? Where do you kind of put him?
I don't think he's Judge level.
Okay.
I think he is top 10 though. Which may make him Judge level. But
his contract says he is.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's making more than Judge, I think. But yeah, he's a really good player. I think consistency is kind of his enemy. Like he just needs to be a lot more consistent with his playing and how he plays. So maybe that's just something that he's finally developing because he's 26 years old right now.
He is 27. It would just turned 27.
Yeah.
So he'll be 27 throughout this whole year.
Yeah. So like he's finally mature enough and he's played the game long enough, 6 years in the actually this is his 7th year. So he's finally kind of figuring it out. And I think he's gonna get better. So yeah, I'm kind of expecting him to reach the Judge level soon.
The Judge level zone. Yeah, no, his stats are there, but you said like there is like a little bit more of another jump I feel like he needs to take to get to that type of level. Like just a little bit more runs, like just a little bit, like I said, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger winner. He's there, but I'm just waiting for that next little step. I think he's ready to get into that to that sphere this year. So that's something. And then this last thing, and then I'll get to trivia for you, is on my mind, and then if you got anything else, please bring it to the table. Is I was wondering about Trevor's story for some reason. It was like he had such an early start to his career, and then he had those injuries. It's like maybe he found a home in Boston where he kind of not like Beltre to the level of a Hall of Famer, but kind of like, does he get himself going? And he had that bounce back year last year, right, where he was really good. I just kind of wonder with him, Logan, am I missing the boat with him where he's like, all right, he could be back to it. But again, he's coming off a history where it tells us he's not, but 25, 96, 31 stolen bases the year before. Yeah. Is he going to go? Is he going to make that jump, or is he going to stay in like the Grady Sizemore type of category?
Yeah.
It's on my mind a little bit.
I mean, last year he played a full season, 157 games, and then had a 308. So just average offensively. How many home runs did he have? 25. And then he was injured in 23 and 24 and 22. And so it's just, and 22 was the year I think when he really started getting going and then got injured and was out for the year. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know if he can stay healthy, then sure. Like, I think he'd be really great for the Red Sox. And I think we would be able to see how great he is. How great of a player he is. but I just don't. I definitely don't think, oh, wow, if I was the Cardinals and the Red Sox were selling Trevor Story, I would want him, or some other team like.
Yeah, no, and I get you on that. I'm not saying I would even want to trade for him. There's certain
No.
guys that have a second part of their career, and I wonder if he kind of seems like he could be in that category. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see it.
At least in a good
but-
hitter's park too.
Yeah, but he is 32 years old, so he's got to turn it around quick.
Yeah, it'd probably be a next 3-year type of run type of thing where I'm thinking where he has a little bounce back, but. Yeah, well, so anyways, that was kind of on my mind as well. Get the Yankees, Giants up here on the screen here. Giants again leave guys running. They did get 2 hits in the first inning. Very proud of you. Say they didn't get any runs. No runs yet. They're still what is that? 19 innings now without a run to start the season. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign, America. You need to do better than that. San Francisco, unbelievable, Logan. Just the way that that was the other thing. What was it? The Mariners, they had a crazy stat too. Like they didn't have a single in either of the first two games for the first time since like 1908. Something like just insane like that. You're like, what? How in the world does that happen? you don't have something like that before, but so anyways, that happened as well this week. And we got, let's see, where are we at with the Red Sox? They still tied at 5.
Red Sox are still tied in the top of the 11th.
And Pirates took the lead 2-1 here. Brewers already up 3-0 on the White Sox there. All right, let me get to a little trivia here with Logan Stone. All right, so let's go. Who am I? Got the trivia. It's back, kind of the standard version as always. I'm gonna go. I played for 12 seasons from 2000 to 2011, amassing over 1,300 hits, 292 homers, 932 RBIs, batted .253. I played for 3 teams. Only 2 of my seasons were in the American League with the Rays. So that obviously tells you played the rest with the National League there. So again, played from 2000 to 2011, almost 1,400 hits there, almost 300 homers too, only 8 away there. Not quite to the 1,000 RBIs. They're decent average. Only 3 teams though, Logan. So it's a hard. I know it's a tough one to get on one, but and you kind of hopefully get your brain go to that area a little bit.
Rays. Does it say he ended with the Rays? No, okay.
He does not.
See, I keep on. Right now, I'm thinking of Carl Crawford, but that's not right.
Nah, he played more than 2 seasons. Get your mind to the right spot, and he definitely wouldn't have had that many home runs, but he did. He was a good player. All right, I'll get you hit number 2 here. I think this might help a little bit. All right, I was a 2-time World Series champion. I finished 4th in Rookie of the Year voting in 2000, and my best finish was 7th in 2005 with the Phillies. So there's another big clue.
Two-time World Series championship.
Rookie of the Year, kind of right there in that 2000 category. There's a lot of good rookies that year. And then finished 7th. That was his best. He also had a 14th place finish. Those were his only other kind of MVP, only 2 MVP kind of vote seasons.
NL Rookie of the Year 2000.
Didn't win it. Just to be fair, didn't win it. Was 4th. So, but just saying, it was in the running.
So I need to think about the National League World Series champions. 2001 was the
2005 yep 2005. No.
Yeah. So 2001 was the Diamondbacks. 2002 was the. Okay, it's going to be a Cardinal, isn't it?
It doesn't necessarily have to be a Cardinal. That does not have to be. That does not be the case.
Okay, let's play the next one.
All right, so 03 was Marlins. I'm trying to think now. 04, where we
4 was Red Sox. 5 was White Sox. 6 was Cardinals. 7 was Red Sox. 8 was Phillies. 9 was Yankees. 10 was Giants.
So you might have just.
It wasn't.
08.
It wasn't.
You might answer.
It wasn't my boy Edgar. No,
not Edgar. Not Edgar.
Yeah.
Hit number 3. I was an outfielder. Won the World Series in 2008 for that Phillies team he just mentioned, and in 2010. I hit 30 or more home runs in 4 seasons. I had a 37-run home run season, 33, 32, and 30. So the biggest clue here is I was an outfielder.
Yeah.
You already know he played for the Phillies. You already know he played for the Rays. And I won a World Series in 2008, and I won it in 2010. So what team won it in 2010? And I hit 30 more home runs.
He played for the Phillies and the Giants.
And the Rays for 2 years in the American League. Almost hitting 3 home runs.
Oh, I'm so no.
What?
I was gonna say Hunter Pence, but that's not it.
No, not Hunter.
He played a lot longer than that. Oh man, all I have in my head is Shane Victorino, but that's not it.
I'll give you a couple clues just to see if it helps you a little bit.
Okay.
He batted right-handed. Was a hitting coach recently for one of the teams he coached.
Ibanez.
No, one of the teams he played for. He was a hitting coach for one of the teams he played for. Excuse me.
Wasn't Raul Ibanez?
Nope. Batted right-handed. Raul's left.
Yeah.
And we've had Raul up here. We could do it. Can't double up.
Okay. I give up.
All right.
I'm gonna kill myself.
His name rhymes with bat. He was a batter. Grew up here in the Bay Area. Pat the Bat Burrell is your answer. With there,
I've never heard of that name.
Pat the Bat. Wow, he's been in coaching here for a while as well. Played for the Phillies.
Wow.
Was a big part of the Giants World Series in 2010. That ended up winning their first one against that's a tough era for you. 2000 to 2011, right? That's got to be a tough era for you, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, I thought like 2009 is when I really started caring about baseball. So
Pat Burrell was a big part, though, that Giants, the World Series 2010 was their hitting coach the last couple of years with the Giants as well, with Bob Melvin running the helm there. Phillies fans, he was a conundrum to them back in that day because he was a swing and miss home run type of hitter. The sweeper away. Big man. Look at the highlights if you got to see him there. You would recognize him as soon as you saw him hit one time there. All right. Let's get to a flashback video here I got on 7th inning stretch. No Buck this year, everybody. So either you like it or you hate it. There you go. So here we go. Flashback video with it. He retired this week. Ex-Cub, ex-Brave, Mr. Jason Hayward. He ends up retiring there with it.
Jason.
A big thing for me when he was a big prospect 16 years ago, like massive prospect for the Braves. Had a good career, no doubt about it. But I would say given the hype he got that first year,
he was overhyped.
You would have thought he would have been a little bit better, but again, solid player. Contributed to championship teams, that kind of stuff. But it was a big deal. He's coming up with the Braves. Braves are a great organization, obviously, at this time. They got this another stud other team. First at bat, opening day. I thought this would be a good time for it against the Cubs. Always stands out to me. He's up to bat. 2-0 pitch against the great. Was he a little psycho? I don't know. Carlos Zambrano is on the mound versus the Braves. Here's the pitch. 2-0 count.
Swing and drive. Belted right. Welcome to the show.
Got Chipper. I don't know, Logan. A 3-run home run your opening day when you're supposed to be that hyped, though. That's got to be a good feeling to start your career off at that point as well. So he's our Mr. Hayward as an opening day. For me, it's just one of those. I'm sure you have random memories of opening day, Cardinals related, or just that nobody else maybe remember. This one, though, big one. I kind of definitely remember that one for sure. That game was on ESPN at the time. Is that the Cardinals announcer now, though? It was on that call?
That's Yeah, it was funny because JJ Weatherholt, he hit home run Thursday, and Chip Carey said, that was the second time I've seen a prospect in his debut hit a home run, and the last one was Jason Hayward. Oh, the Reds just walked it off.
We got 6-5. Who got the hit?
I can't see his name.
Myers, is that the Myers?
Yeah, Myers. Yeah.
You got Slayton there. He got the job done.
Yeah.
All right, so Red Sox lose. They're both now 1-1 on the season. Who's a better chance of making the playoffs? No, just kidding. All right, we're not going to get that one. Oh, there's only 160 left. We can do it. So, anyways, yeah, then we got that there with it. So got Logan on trivia. He didn't even know the guy, man. Let's get his head.
Yeah, I've never even heard of the guy. That's weird.
He gets a Mo Vaughn, but can't get a Pat Burrell, man. What are we working at?
Mo Vaughn. Hey,
I almost thought about messing with you and going Mo Vaughn again. Just
oh, I would have gotten it.
You would have, yeah. You were gonna say what? What were you gonna ask?
I wanted to ask you about the Netflix game. Like I know we kind of touched on it, but like with the whole snafu of the graphics and the kind of the gimmicks, what did you think about the whole thing?
Like I said, for me, it kind of affected it from the sense of I thought the game was starting at 5:05. So it's like,
yeah,
if that happened at 4:30, I'm probably not thinking the same thing. That just to set how my mind would work. But in terms of what it was. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I thought there were some things that were over the top, no doubt about it. I thought the coverage of like having Bonds is just an awkward talker. Like it doesn't mean like what he has to say is bad, but when he's having to talk about other things, he's funny in that way that he's so like blunt about things. Like that's why George Steinbrenner called me and said, "You have this amount of time," and I hung up on him. Like he was very matter of fact. He's not like. What was the thing where he's like team? He's talking about Aaron Judge and team. I think he must have said a record amount of words saying the word team in 30 seconds. Like he's kind of a little different. So I would have liked to see maybe a little better coverage of the sport. But in terms of just like, I thought it was pretty spectacular. I thought it was a little over the top. There's no doubt about it. But I didn't hate it as much as I know other people did.
Yeah, I mean. For their first time, you give them a little bit of leeway, but like not having the scorecard at the bottom was a little bit annoying, and
missing the first ABS challenge ever in baseball history.
Yeah, you do miss like
That's not
I don't know. It just seemed like Netflix was like, we really want to make a big 3-hour commercial for Netflix and why you should buy Netflix, and.
That's what it's all about.
They put a like a baseball game in the background or something, and like having the Wednesday hand throw out the first pitch. I was like, that's so dumb. Like, don't do that. True. Don't do all this crap, like this extra stuff. Like baseball fans, and I was thinking about this today because like with the ABS system and just the Netflix thing, I'm like, baseball fans are very like hateful, like they hate change, like and you can say the same thing about football fans, but like baseball, it's like special. And so like when you start tampering with the formula, it's like, why don't mess with the good thing, just give us our game, just tell us what's happening, and we don't need to get Bert Kreischer being an idiot for, well, I already don't like Bert Kreischer, so it doesn't really help me. But like all these other guys, and like some of those guys, I was like, are you even a fan of the team? Like you're just wearing the Giants like stuff. Like, do you even care about the Giants? Can you name any of the Giants players? I can't remember who it was, but it was like some interview. But
Bert, the guy out there, he's like, I got a Corona. Somebody gave me a beer. I like you said, I think you said it well in terms of it was kind of a spectacle. It was kind of put on as a show. And I remember watching the first Raw that was on Netflix as well, and it kind of had the same vibe. Not obviously wrestling's a different sport, but it just felt like, here's our moment. I don't know how many games they actually have. I don't think it's that many, like the grand scheme of things that they have. I would say they're not going to have this type of production, obviously, for these other regular season games. So it will be interesting. But like you said, they just want people to join their network. I think baseball has to be careful of getting stretched out like that. Like you see with NBA, maybe learn from the NBA in that regard. And that's fine. You go to NBC, you're not on ESPN, whatever. Like that's not a big deal. But I don't know. You want to be careful of like having your fans get so many different apps and that.
Yeah.
Since I've seen them make so many other good changes along the way, that would be kind of interesting. I would say this would to me just for me the national anthem is such a cool thing. Like not like I fought in the Army. It's just kind of like a baseball thing for me. Like all right, let's go. Like where it's kind of that start. I will say this to me was the best part that they had. I don't know if you remember this. I'm just gonna get this on with the American flag in right field. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool.
Through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
I gotta say that's pretty. I don't know. I saw that and I'm like, that to me was the best thing of the whole thing. Like I'm like, all right, if I was a player and saw that, I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm ready to roll. Like, so.
I wonder how they did that. Like, because it wasn't just fireworks right there. That was like
a drone.
Yeah, was it drones?
I don't know. That's what it looked like 100 little drones, like 1,000 little drones just dropping smoke.
Well, I didn't see the drones out there, so that was kind of why.
No, it's not.
Like, wow.
That's what it looked like be able to get something.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's one of the sickest things I've ever seen. So that was my kind of thing. So I get your point. I think Netflix went like they always do, but
yeah, if they would just turn down like the whole hey, remember to watch Netflix thing, like I would be okay with it. I still like it better than the Apple TV stuff because Apple TV sucks. So, yeah, just be better, Netflix, please. I don't need the Wednesday handing out the first page.
What do you make of these 9 beers, 9 innings, 9 hot dogs challenges? Go here.
So I saw a video of
the Giants was like a 24 can or something.
Have you seen the outrage about that?
Yeah, well, it should be.
So like it's 9 mini hot dogs, which is whatever, but it's one tall boy and like 9 little plastic cups, and so you just pour it, and it's like
I can't see that well. 9 little hot dogs.
And so people are like, "This is not the 9 beer challenge," and you're already paying $60 for that. And
I don't want a mini beer.
Yeah. Like I don't understand you people. Oh my goodness.
I would never like. It's just so funny these type of gimmicks that like I am always. I'll be honest. I'm kind of weird about like checking in on people's new food that they make for the ballpark. So I'll have like they have it all set up, and it's so crazy some of the foods these ballparks have. Like I don't even know where they. I guess when I grew up being an A's fan, like there was nothing special. It was just like as easy as you got. So it's always funny for me seeing these like, oh, you can go here and get it. Like Texas has like these. Texas Rangers are off the hook with some of their food. I don't know what they go off the hook with it. So
it's funny. I've never tried any of the Rangers stuff.
You should try it. We should do it. You should I'll get it on video for me. You try that like the 45-foot cheesesteak or something like that.
Well, I go to the games for free, and then I get all the beer and like I get some of the stuff for free. And so I'm like, oh, well, why would I pay for like one of those big brisket things whenever I can just have free stuff? And so for my mind, it's still like, I don't want to pay like $30 for this sandwich or something. It's like the mental block is there. I'm like, I don't want to try it.
I get it free, people, or I don't do anything. You know who I am. You know who I am.
Do you know who I am?
You show us a respect.
You know what show I'm on?
Do you know what show I'm on? Yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, the last thing before we get out of here, we didn't touch on it, but I just kind of saw it at the bottom of my notes. Was Mike Trout did off to a good start though. It's good to see him get stolen base, couple home runs. I'm not, obviously I'm not a big Angels person, but it'd be nice to see him bounce back a little bit here. It'd be nice to for his sake. Just kind of seems like he's been roughed up here over the last 5 years. So it'd be nice to see him have a healthy season and At least
sure.
finish his career strong, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, him getting kind of put on the back burner. Like, I think I saw in the top 100, he was like listed number 80 something, or I can't remember where he was ranked or if he was ranked. But like 3 years ago, he was still injured and he was still like number 2, number 3. And so like he just needs to bounce back. He needs to get traded. But
yeah, there is that too. But just for his sake, just kind of getting a healthy year, and he's off to whatever 2 home runs, 2 games. They're playing the Astros right now. Come on, Susie, can the Astros get a win? Can they get a win over the Angels? We'll see if they can get one here. But baseball's back, Logan. Looking forward to kind of maybe seeing another week of play here. That's where you start to get a feel for baseball a little bit, and you'll see that we'll have the Aces go a couple times already at that point. So, anyways, yeah, good show tonight. Appreciate you joining. Anything? What team? If you had to mention one team that you're looking at next week, what team would it be? Outside your Cardinals.
Outside of my Cardinals and the
JJ.
Yankees, I'm sure. I'd like to see the. Let's see. I want to see how the Braves are next week. This week, they're probably going to be a certain way. I want to see if next week they can put something together, and because if they're bad next week, that's typically like just with history being what it is. That's typically a bad omen. So, and I want to see if the Tigers are still going to be dominant.
That was the team I was going to say.
Yeah, because the Tigers have been – they have been beating on the Padres lately, so that's kind of interesting.
Tigers were the team for me. The Padres kind of were too a little bit, just kind of like to see they're playing each other, but like if the Padres could bounce back after that with all the like we're selling or giving up some guys, you're that kind of talk. So those would be Tigers, Padres for me would be the team. So let's see let's check in with them next week, kind of see where they're at. With the Braves, good one too, especially coming off the season they did last year as well. So, all right, Logan Stone, appreciate you joining as always, sir. Opening day in the books. I'm gonna go watch some baseball right now with a little Teddy as well there. All right, for Logan Stone, I'm Darren Breyer. We'll see you guys soon here.